The old toy maker, a man known for breathing life into wood and cloth, died under mysterious circumstances. His hands, once so skilled and full of life, were found cold and still, clutching his final creation. The townsfolk were left in shock, unable to comprehend the sudden loss of the man who had brought so much joy to their children. His workshop, once a place of joy, stood silent. The laughter of children and the sound of his tools had vanished, replaced by an eerie stillness that seemed to echo the toy maker's absence. Dust settled on unfinished toys. These were the remnants of dreams that would never be realized, each one a testament to the toy maker's unfulfilled potential. The townsfolk whispered of a final creation, a doll, cursed with the toy maker's last breath. They spoke in hushed tones, afraid that even mentioning it might bring misfortune upon them. They said he poured his dying heart into it. Every stitch, every brushstroke was filled with a sorrow so profound that it seemed to seep into the very fabric of the doll. Some dismissed it as superstition. They laughed off the idea of a cursed doll, attributing the toy maker's demise to natural causes and the townsfolk's fears to overactive imaginations. But deep down, they remembered the toy maker's haunted look as he clutched the doll in his final moments. His eyes, once filled with warmth, now held a darkness that none could explain. It was as if he had breathed something dark and insidious into its being. The doll seemed to carry a piece of the toy maker's tortured soul, a fragment of his final agony. The doll, they said, was more than just wood and porcelain. It had an unsettling, lifelike quality, as if it were watching and waiting. It was a vessel, a conduit for something ancient and evil. The toy maker's final creation had become a legend, a story whispered in fear and awe, a reminder of the darkness that can reside in even the most innocent of forms. The doll was unsettling. Its porcelain face, pale and smooth, held an unsettling beauty. The eyes, two black orbs, seemed to follow you. A single crimson ribbon adorned its neck, a splash of color against the stark white dress. Some swore the ribbon pulsed faintly like a beating heart. Its presence was unnerving. Even the bravest couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The air grew heavy around it. Whispers seemed to emanate from its stillness. An aura of melancholy, a tangible sadness, permeated the space around it. The baker's daughter, Lily, found the doll abandoned. She was drawn to its porcelain perfection. Unaware of the whispers, she took it home. That night the nightmares began. Lily woke up screaming, the doll's cold porcelain pressed against her cheek. Days turned into weeks, the nightmares intensified. Lily grew pale and withdrawn. Her once bright eyes now held a haunted look. Her parents, at their wits' end, decided to get rid of the doll. They tried to throw it away, burn it, even bury it. But it always returned, appearing on Lily's bed, a silent, watchful sentinel. Section 4. The Unseen Force. In a small, fog-covered village, whispers of an unseen force had long haunted the townsfolk. They spoke of shadows that moved on their own and eerie whispers in the dead of night. The town doctor, a man of science and logic, scoffed at the stories. He was a rational man, grounded in the principles of medicine and reason. He didn't believe in curses. To him, every ailment had a cause, every symptom a diagnosis. But then, he saw Lily. Lily was a sweet, innocent child, always seen with her beloved doll. He saw the terror in her eyes, the way she clutched the doll, her knuckles bone white. Her eyes, once full of life, now reflected pure fear. He saw the unseen force pulling at her, draining the life out of her. He couldn't explain it. It was as if an invisible hand was sapping her very essence. Lily's pulse was weak, her skin cold. The doctor had never encountered anything like it. She was wasting away, consumed by an unknown ailment. Her condition baffled him, defying all medical knowledge. He tried everything, but nothing worked. Every treatment, every remedy, failed to make a difference. The doll, he realized, was more than just a toy. It seemed to hold a dark secret, an ominous presence. It was a symbol, a conduit for something evil, something that fed on fear and despair. The doctor, once a skeptic, now faced a reality he could neither understand nor control. Section 5. A Haunting Legacy. Lily disappeared one night, vanished without a trace. The town was thrown into chaos, with search parties scouring every corner, every shadow, but to no avail. Her parents were inconsolable, their grief echoing through the empty halls of their home. The only thing left behind was the doll, lying on her empty bed. It was a peculiar doll, one that seemed almost lifelike. with eyes that followed you around the room. Its vacant eyes stared at the ceiling, a silent witness to the tragedy. The doll's presence was unsettling, as if it held secrets of its own. The doll remained, a chilling reminder of the darkness that had gripped the town. It was as if the doll itself was a harbinger of doom, a symbol of the unsolved mystery. It became a local legend, a cautionary tale whispered from generation to generation. Parents would warn their children to stay away from the old house, to avoid the doll at all costs. Some say the doll still haunts the town, its curse passed down through time. They claim to hear whispers in the night, the soft giggle of a child when no one is around. It's a reminder that some things are best left undisturbed, that some doors should remain closed. The old house stands as a testament to this, its doors forever shut, its windows darkened. The truth of the toy maker's final creation, the true extent of the doll's curse, remains a chilling mystery. The toy maker's workshop, now abandoned, holds the secrets of that fateful night, secrets that may never be uncovered.